Call First Republic at 718-380-0006 and eliminate the middleman.
Let's talk mortgages and refinancing and great rates and the great service and the products at First Republic Mortgage Bankers, who now has a Bronx location right here, where all our callers who need to refinance or purchase or just to ask questions regarding home financing can call 718-652-6200. Scott, I'll let you jump it off.
Well, things were happening here this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We had, I think, a record-breaking number of appointments coming in on Saturday, especially. People are, grabbing up the low rates that we've got, and I can't blame them. Now's the time. If not now, when? Are people going to refinance and find out about purchasing a house?
Very, very true. I mean, even Brad was on earlier. I don't know if you were listening at the time, when Brad said he may be giving you a call because the rates are so low, the prices are so low. It's an ideal time to do your home purchasing.
Yeah, home affordability is really at one of the best levels it's ever been. And I did catch a little bit of the end of what Brad was saying. I heard you say he'll probably text you.
Yeah. Very true, very true.
Well, Mr. Weisenheimer has been known to text once in a while.
Nothing wrong with that. Get the message across. Technology is a good thing.
Yes. But, I heard John's success story, and, I hope that people out there are listening. There's a lot of homeowners out there who really can be helped. And now it's not forever, meaning that there's a lot of people right now who are on the cusp. When I say on the cusp, they're about, really feeling the pain. They're struggling. They're starting to make late payments, maybe even late on their mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't take action right now, they may fall into a situation where they're down on their mortgage, and maybe we won't be able to do an FHA refinance for them. And that would be a terrible thing, because just because somebody makes a call or doesn't make a call tonight can make a big difference as to where they're going to be a couple of months from now, especially as the heat bills start coming in, and people are going to be strained even more. What do you think, John?
I will jump right in there. You know what, Scott? You say where we gonna go next month or so. I will say next week or so. Where we don't know where we're gonna be in next week or so, because the rates are so low right now. And Scott and me, we both have experience, and rate changes every single day, and we are holding this rate. Practically, we are holding this rate. For lots of folks don't understand, the rates goes ups and down, and we are holding this 5% interest rate, 30 years fixed, and 15 years 4.5% fixed rate. We are just holding this rate for a lot of folks. First come, first call. First serve. I mean, we just want to make it happen. That's Scott's favorite word. Make it happen.
Very true.
Everybody says make it happen. This is one of the testimonials that I have. We have a live testimonial. And this gentleman came across to me, and it was, he was referred to be one of my clients,
Mm-hmm.
and he even doesn't know that he has 12% interest rate. A lot of folks don't even look at the bill and say, okay, my monthly mortgage payment is $4,500. Okay, you know what? I have to pay $4,500 per month, never realizing what your interest rate is affecting their mortgage payment.
Yeah.
And he is one of these people who was snoozing, like, say, snooze, you lose. So he's one of the snoozers that he just like
just
a
came
daily,
and paid his bill every month and didn't look.
Daily, he works in a court and, court system, and he go and work all day long, come back home, and then all of a sudden he saw the bills. Okay, just write a check and send the mortgage payment. And obviously, let me tell you one thing. The gentleman, his payment was automatic payment, so he had no way that he can find out his payment is ups and down or whatsoever, his rates. Never look at those things.
Wow.
So when he was sitting with me practically one-to-one, he said, I never have a time. I said, you got to make a time. Either I can come to your home or you come to my office.
Yes.
I gave him both offer. He said, no, I'm going to come into you. He came to me 2 weeks ago on a weekend to my office. And then when I look at his situation, I said, this is terrible. This is terrible. You got to come out of these things.
We know how we say to all our listeners, if you snooze, you lose, but at least he woke up.
He woke up. I did, and then it was a perfect opportunity with me. He was a little blemish here and there, but, we have a good explanation letter for those things, see, a lot of people, the folks don't understand. We can work on the loan. No matter how it is, they have to make a call. A lot of folks, they're scared to call and say, it's useless to call because I don't know, the loan is not going to happen. Never say no. We never say no to the loan. No matter it's bad or how bad it is, we can guide him. You know what I mean? If I cannot help right away, we have a system set up in our office that we can take the score, what we want it, where we want it. It might take a week or 10 days. Some cases, it took only 3 days. If we can get those papers, we can increase the score, and we can put them in right in the place where we want it.
And something
And
you
when-
just said there, John, and Scott, I know you heard him. You said that you were able to submit some letters to explain issues on a
Spanish.
person's credit. And that's what some people may not realize, that they're looking at their credit, thinking they say, well, this is what happened. They won't do it because.
No, right.
But there are ways to get around the issues on the credit. And unless, I mean, we aren't experts in it, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely am not. And I worked in this business for quite a few years. And I would never sit there and say, I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to send it to First Republic Mortgage Bankers, because this is what you people do day in, day out. This is your job, your life. So you can make the explanation. I know I can't do it. So Mona Lee, would call First Republic Mortgage Bankers. So our listeners who don't even get involved in this business, they need to call the experts. And First Republic Mortgage Bankers, they are the experts, ladies and gentlemen. 718-652-6200. That is the number here. And the same way you are able to explain
Right.
an issue on a credit report, you can do it for clients, and they may not even realize that that can happen.
Yeah, I mean, we listen to the client. The most important thing, we listen to our clientele. What's the problems, what it is, why it was late, what happened, things like that. So they write explanation letter, and we tell them, write it down on a piece of paper exactly what happened to you, and we can take a look. We can we have federal, underwriter sits in our office, so we can have them review this letter to make sure it makes sense, what he's saying. So if those things we put it together, we can make the deal happen. The bottom line is that with those things, putting the score together, bring the score what we wanted. We want the explanation letter to make those things happen. Why? Because we want to give them best possible deal that we want to give it to them. Our main objective is to lower their monthly mortgage payment, consolidate their debts, get some additional cash they wanted. That's our objective. And if those objectives met, we are the winner.
But
The thing that is, we have great rates. There's no doubt about that. We have great rates, and
Right.
but one thing we don't talk about enough is the flexibility you're talking about right now,
Right.
where we can help people who have past credit problems, even somebody who had a bankruptcy
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Absolutely.
can be able to buy a house, refinance their house. We're able to help people to, explain these things that happen. We know that bad things happen to good people. And we know that and not everyone has a perfect credit score, but that doesn't mean that you can't get our lowest rate. Our lowest rate is an FHA loan, which is made and designed to help people who normally may not be able to get approved. So if you're listening right now and you'd like to join the refinancing boom, or you'd like to find out if you can join the refinancing boom, you have John right there. Well, we call him the house call doctor because he'll come to you. We're in the Bronx, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to leave your house. He'll come. You speak to him right now, 718-652-6200. And he will actually come to your house tonight if you'd like him to and explain things right to you at your kitchen table. The man is patient, and he is Mr. How would I put it?
House
Mona,
doctor.
what's the way to put it?
House doctor.
He's the house doctor. He's got this magnetic personality.
Thank you,
know,
Scott.
You do,
Thank
John.
you, Scott. You know what? Let me tell you, I will cut right in this. You know what? Most important thing right now, a lot of folks are right now in contracts, are going in a contract right now, sign the contract. I have people came to my office over the weekend. We heard about it, that you have a special rate right now. We're in a contract. You have said that if you're going in a contract. So a lot of folks going in a contract is going to sign a contract. They've seen the property, they like it.
Yeah.
It's the best way to come to me. I can lock in the rate first tomorrow morning. All I just need some information over the phone. And I can lock in there to secure them to make sure the monthly payment will be lower.
Absolutely.
So
These are the reasons why we ask our clients, our listeners, the public out there to call First Republic Mortgage Bankers. And you're here, John. They can call and come by and see you. If you don't go to them, they can come right here if this location is convenient
Right,
for them.
very convenient.
Simply call 718-652-6200. And we are located at the corner of 222nd Street and White Plains Road in the Bronx. So we're not far from most things.
if this is not a refi booms, like Scott just said, it is a refi booms, and if it's not a special rate we have going on, I will never take today is our holiday, it's not, regular public holiday. It's my religious holiday today.
Okay.
But I made a time. I came to office and I came to the studio.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed mortgage banker, direct lender in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Delaware, Maryland, Georgia, South Carolina, headquartered at 110 Jericho Turnpike, Floral Park, New York.